Hey there, welcome to another Heavy Metal Diecast video. Today's example is by Nsmondel. It's 1/72nd scale MiG-31 Foxhound in full diecast. So as we know, this is a Russian-made interceptor fighter based on the MiG-25 Foxbat design. I'm sure most of you will know that. It was one of the fastest Cold War aircraft to be built. This thing was quick. It was introduced into service in 1981 and still remains in service to this day. So with the Russian Defense Ministry even expecting it to remain in service until 2030 or even beyond that as well, with some changes and updates and modifications to systems and stuff. So it was produced from 1975 to 1994 with 519 aircraft that have been built in all its variants. I'm not one to rag on things. This box has just been smashed. I got this. I mean, it's a miserable day here in Melbourne at the moment. It's pissing down rain, so why not do a video where it's been a miserable result for me? This just came, I bought this on AliExpress, as I said. This just came in a plastic bag. That's all. And this box was the only protection. Look how thin. I've had tissues come in thicker boxes than that. My local seller that I buy my other diecast models sends 2 hours away from me. A box is twice as thick than that. And this is coming from overseas. Containing fine components. You're sending something fragile in shit packaging, and to me that's annoying. Even the stuff on the back is just wrong. I'm not one to usually pick on crap like that, but it says it's supposed to be replaced in 2010 and 2015, and it's not. It's still current. The captain is 22.69 meters in length. The captain, okay, whatever. If they're going to cut and paste, at least do it properly. But it's just frustrating. So I'll open it. It came to me absolutely smashed. And to be honest, it's not the first time I've had this issue with buying from AliExpress. When something arrives damaged and you do complain, they are not very helpful, unfortunately, which is a bit disappointing. When I told them that there was parts missing, I've had to buy extra parts. I've had to make repairs. I've had to glue the wings on. Missiles were broken off. There was lots of things. There was lots of damage to it because obviously it was not sent protected enough. I mean, for this overseas travel. And they offered me $15, and this item cost me over $100, including the shipping and purchase of the item to come to me, and it was unusable. I've had to buy parts and everything, as I've said, to actually make it back into an aircraft again. But I'm still waiting on the tube. But I just wanted to do a video because it's really disappointing. Because the actual model itself, it does not look that bad. It looks quite good. So the company is doing disservice to the actual manufacturer by sending the items in such poor packaging, and then poor service afterwards, customer service. I mean, we have it in Australia. If you do something wrong, the customer deserves to get what they pay for. Not like if you spend $100 on something, okay, we'll give you $15 back. It's like, no, well, you give me what I paid for. So yeah, I've had to re-glue everything, repair. Had to buy some, as I said, I had to buy some extra items to repair things that there were some missing parts as well. It was just really disappointing. At least now I've got a bit of a platform. I can actually tell people about this issue that I have been having. But look, it comes with a lot of components and all the landing gear and everything like that. It does look very presentable. I mean, although the stand does look a little bit flimsy for the size of this aircraft, it's that'll be interesting. But the overall build, and I think it's not too bad. And for like the aircraft itself cost me like I think it was 85 or whatever. And it was like 10 or 15 postage. Like it was just over $100, including the postage and everything to me. But if you like bought a Hobby Master or something like that, that's going to cost you, well, me in Australia, it's going to cost me like $250. So this is half the price, and it's nearly as good. So if you're on a budget and you want to sort of collect a more budget style sort of aircraft and not totally spend a fortune like we have to with some of the other manufacturers, these are good ones to go for. But as long as they arrive intact, I was just like, some send them in boxes, some send them in bags. So it's a bit hit and miss, unfortunately. I haven't had an issue with people when buying from eBay. They've always generally came in boxes. I buy from a lot of international sellers from England, America, all over the place. Wherever I can find a die-cast that I'm after at the right price, it's sometimes cheaper for me to buy from overseas than it is in my own country. So, I buy brand new, secondhand and all that. But it was just a little bit disappointing. I was really looking forward to doing a real good review on this. Final result, after a lot of complaining and saying, look, I've got a platform now that I can tell other people about this issue, and they finally decide to actually, they refunded me around half of the value of the aircraft, which just sort of covers the amount that I've spent on buying replacement parts that were missing and broken parts to fix. So I'm still waiting on the pitted tube, the tube at the front, as I said at the start. But I really wanted to do this video and get this out there so that I can make people aware. Just if you're going to buy from that site, it's not a bad site. I'm not ragging on the site or anything like that. You've just maybe ask the seller prior to purchase, how do you send your aircraft? Do you send your models in a protective box, or do you just whack the model in a bag and just chuck a label on it? Because if they're chucking it in a bag, there's a high chance it's going to arrive broken. The rendition itself is fairly nice. There is a little bit of colour difference between the canopy and the rest of the body. I'm not 100% sure why. I'd assume it'd be the same as the rest of the body, or maybe not. I mean, it does accent with these parts. Maybe that's the paintwork they had on it. So don't hold that against the aircraft. I might be incorrect in saying that that's a difference. But overall, if it arrived in good condition, this is value for money. This is an excellent aircraft. This is quite well done. I would be happy to have it on my shelf and to display it, but it unfortunately didn't. So the seller has done a bit of injustice to the manufacturer and treated me a little bit like garbage. So they weren't very nice. They were, until I mentioned that I do have a channel, and even when I went to write YouTube in the thing, and it wouldn't, because it's against their rules, it wouldn't allow me to send a message with the word YouTube in it. So I had to just write channel. So I don't know. There is a little bit of censorship, I suppose, going on in China, but I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, that's their problem, not mine. They want to be like that. I like to treat everyone and everything equally. It's just, yeah. But look, as you can see, the detail underneath, really nice. The ordnance is nice. I'll chuck the undercarriage on. I'll do that off camera because I've waffled on enough as it is. So what I'll do is I'll quickly chuck the undercarriage on, and I'll come back and show you that. Okay, so this is with the landing gear on. They had no instructions. So it was a lot of internet searching to make sure I was putting it in correctly. It was missing the front gear bay door there because there's two little holes there that obviously it's a little, door piece goes into there, but it was not in my packet. So here obviously is for if you want to put that flimsy stand on. It comes with this little block that you slip into there. The actual landing gear itself, it has a small hole and a large hole in the airframe. So, and there is a noticeable difference on the ends of the each part of that landing gear. They don't correspond. So the big hole is here, yet it's here on the undercarriage. So if you want to put them in the holes, the correct holes that are matching, they will be backwards. So you have to try and force them. I mean, the small tab goes into the big hole easy, but trying to keep that so it's, I'm a bit scared to flip this over because you're trying to squeeze that bigger end into a smaller hole. The only other option is if you drill it out. I'm not going to do that now because the point of buying a pre-finished model is not to do anything on it. And currently with this, I've been doing a lot on it. I could have easily built a kit with less hassle. It's also got two little holes here for, I don't know, it could be a piece of ordnance, but that wasn't in the packet either. So I don't know what those two holes are for. But the landing gear doesn't go together very well. And with the added bonus of not having instructions, that's a little bit frustrating too. So, that's a bit unfortunate. But overall, the whole experience of this purchase has been pretty average. So yeah, I'll try and flip it over and you can see, and gently put it down, slowly. Please don't fall. Oh, something fell off. But yeah, there you have it. So overall, it's okay for the price, but there's so much going wrong with this besides the purchase. The lack of instructions and the fitment issues. It was very unfortunate. Besides, the terrible experience with the purchase from AliExpress and the damage of it arriving all smashed up. Even the so there you go. See, look, the landing gear just drops off because it can't be properly in the incorrect holes because the holes are in the wrong position. Big hole. You can see the big hole there. That should be here, and the little hole should be there for the landing gear to fit in its correct position. But look, overall, like even there's some little issues with the alignment. So you've got your stripe and everything there, the alignment of everything there. But that said, look, it's not a Hobby Master. It's not an expensive model. It's, as I said, it was like $100, and that was including the combined postage, just over $100. But yeah, would I recommend it? No. This is my first no, actually. I would not, unless you've got some time to spend on it and fix the modifications on it. Sometimes it's warranted to spend that little bit extra. In my case, it'll be like an extra $100. It'll double the price to get one that's going to be a lot better quality, which I will invest in a later time. I will purchase a more expensive one and do a review on that, and we'll see how that compares to this unfortunate experience. But I'm just gonna plonk this down like that because. But anyway, that's my experience. So yeah, this is from Nsmondel, so Nsmondel. It's the MiG-31 Foxhound in 1/72 scale diecast, and that's as much as I'm going to say. Look, thank you very much for spending the time with me. I wish this was going to be more of a positive review, but unfortunately it is not. And I'm honest, I'm not going to bullshit anyone. I don't like ragging on anyone. Life's too short. I've had a couple of Nsmondel models before, and they haven't been too bad. So this is a first where there's some discrepancies. Want to make people aware of that so that they don't get the surprises that I got. And yeah, so thank you very much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the video at least. It's been informative. If you can, give us a little bit of a like if you can spare that couple of seconds, or if you work for the company, give me some thumbs down just for the hell of it, eh? But look, as I said, I'm honest. I'm giving you my honest opinion and my experience. This is the experience I've just had, so I'm not bullshitting anyone. So I'll leave it at that. All right, guys, thank you very much for putting up with me waffling on. Yeah, if you can even subscribe to the channel, that'll be greatly appreciated as well. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. Cheers.